Hi everyone, welcome to Real Estate Weekly here in Vancouver. My name is Christian Butzek, Realtor in Vancouver, and let's go ahead and let's jump into today's video. So what we're talking about here is a market update, and we're gonna focus on that, share 3 stories with you, and we're gonna touch on CMHC. There's some news there about some new qualifying rules, and if you are using CMHC, you will want to know. Okay, let's first jump into market update, and I'm going to share 3 stories. This is going to kind of shed some light here on in terms of what I'm experiencing personally as a full-time professional realtor, and I think also a lot of my colleagues are experiencing, and a lot of the buyers and sellers are going through as well. Here it is. A lot of talk that the market was down and slow. Well, it's coming back. And it's coming back fairly quick and fairly strong. In the last 2 weeks, we've worked on 3 cases here. We've got two deals done, and one is we've got an accepted offer. Let's go to the most recent listing that I had. That was at King Ed Village, a 1-bedroom on the top floor there, corner of Knight and Kingsway. You might know it as the busier intersection. You have the Save-On shopping there on Knight Street. Now, we came on the market last Wednesday, it's literally about 6 days ago from when I'm shooting this video, and it's already sold. It's just like that. Now, it did take us 8 weeks to get the listing ready. We worked with the seller. There were some issues with the strata we had to work through and approvals for flooring. She had it tenanted before, and it did look pretty disgusting there in the kitchen, so we had to get it cleaned professionally. We also needed to have it, and the seller there had the walls painted white and bright. So once she had redone the flooring, painted the walls, cleaned the apartment, now it was ready to go. And of course, we brought in our professional photographers, and it looked great online. And we showed. The very first day was on a Saturday. We had 3 groups come through, and we got an offer like that from one of those first 3 groups. You can't do any better than that in real estate. But what it tells you is the market's coming back. I know that group really wanted it. They had been looking around at a lot of different properties. They didn't want to waste time, so they came in with a pretty strong offer right off the bat. That's important because we were actually listed quite aggressively. And so the fact that we pretty much hit that one right out of the ballpark as quickly as you could was just great. It's a huge win for our seller and for the buyers too. They're lovely people. But the key here to take away is when you're selling, we sold that listing in about 4 or 5 days. That's fast. Now, that's just me on the seller's side. We were also in very competitive situations on the buyer's side. So we're working with a lovely couple, looking out in North Surrey, so around Surrey Central Station, where you have all that development, the SkyTrain, right, King George Station. You've got the Surrey City Hall, you have the mall, etc. Very nice area. It's being redeveloped in Surrey. We went out in a period of 9 days, twice. We made offers on properties. Both times we lost out. We were just a little off of the offer, and so you had in the first case, actually, we had viewed a property which had kind of been just sitting there on the market, a 2-bedroom, lovely 2-bedroom, but it was tenanted, and the tenant was not allowing access during COVID, which is understandable, right, for their health and safety, and we were one of the first groups in there. And I believe we were the second group in there. First group put an offer just before us. We still got our offer in there, but we were just probably about $10,000 off the mark. And of course, the seller's going to go with the better offer most of the 9 times out of 10. But the point again is very, very fast moving market. I mean, once if 3 or 4 groups are going in, and on the first, second day, and you're getting accepted offers, that's a really, really active market. And about 8 days after that, again, same couple, we were looking at another place. This one needed some renos. And again, it just hit the market 2 days We went in, took a look, made an offer. Someone had just gotten there to us, and we weren't willing to go above a certain number. But what you want to take away from that is that listing, again, 2 days, and they had an accepted offer. So very active, moving market right now in certain pockets of the city and at certain price points. And we can say anything sort of under 500,000, it's going to be moving really strong because that's where most of the population is, right? Now, third time lucky. We've got an accepted offer now as of last night, as of making this video anyway. And lovely place. Again, listing hits 2 days on the market. We're the first group in, and this time we were right on it. I basically called the listing agent and we kind of worked through the deposit, the subject removal period, the completion dates, and so on. And we have an accepted offer, and now it's our time for us to do our homework. Get the financing, do the inspection, read through the strata documents, and do our due diligence. And so that's all in the last 2 weeks. So it's been a very busy time. And if you are a buyer out there, especially if you're at a lower price point, anything under 700,000, I'd encourage you really to sit down with your agent and really make a game plan about when you're going to move forward here, because what you don't want to happen here is kind of get caught by a fast-paced moving market. Something else I want you to know, in the course of putting together a lot of these showings for my clients, I always get on the phone. So I might call 10 realtors in a single morning, and I get most of them on the phone. And I learn from them what's happening with their listing. Are they getting a lot of phone calls? Are they getting a lot of showings? Do they have an accepted offer? Has it collapsed? I'm finding a lot of these listings have accepted offers, especially in the Wally, North Surrey area, and I'm finding quite a few of them have backup offers. And whenever I hear backup offers, that's a flag. That's a sign to me we are moving in a very fast-paced market, right? Because it's 2 buyers for 1 property. And so, it just tells you that obviously, only 1 person can have the unit. So someone's going to lose out, and that other party will be out, usually looking for another place very aggressively afterwards. So that's what I'm seeing on the lay of the land there, North Surrey, Wally area. Third story. Again, we did well here. A couple. We've got a 2-bedroom. Great young couple. We got a 2-bedroom. Now this one's done now in central Burnaby, just north of Central Park, actually. A 2-bed, 2-bath. Again, just 2 weeks on the market. This unit was not very well marketed. The photos look poor online, and it looked like they didn't really want to, I guess maybe the sellers didn't want to spend too much money there. And just looks like they couldn't draw a lot of interest there. But we did go take a look. Great layout. Looks fantastic. It just needs some touch-ups, new paint, maybe, could use some new kitchen cabinets. But anyway, the layout works. The location's fantastic. It's a 7-8 minute walk from the SkyTrain. But the key here was we were the first ones in to make an offer. We made a fairly strong offer. We worked something out with the seller's agent, and we got it done. And so, and that was, again, the listing would have sold there just in 2 weeks. So very active, very moving market. And talk to your agent or call us. We're here too. We're happy to help. This is educational, but it's also, we're happy to be of service to you as well. Couple other points here. CMHC, Canada Mortgage Housing Corporation, has a little prediction here. They're saying that the market's going to come down 9 to 18%. Look, I don't know. It's so hard to say if that's going to happen in the next 1 year. That's their prediction. I do think it's a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, considering that they are changing some of the mortgage guidelines. And basically, when I talk to my mortgage broker colleague, he says it's going to affect your or anybody who's buying with an insured mortgage, it's going to affect your purchasing power by 10%. That's all you need to know. It's going to affect your purchasing power by 10%. So real numbers, if you were before Canada Day, you could qualify for $400,000. a $400,000 purchase, 10%, so $40,360. So after Canada Day, it's $360. Before Canada Day, it's $400. So it means you can buy less, right? And so that is something to be aware of if you are using the Canada Mortgage Housing Corporation. That's called CMHC. That is for high ratio mortgages. Okay, that means that basically you have less than a 20% down payment. Okay, if you're doing that, talk to your mortgage broker, even reach out to us, whatever you like, and we'll get you started. Finally, update on the numbers, sale prices. Now this May, the number of solds are about half of what they were 1 year ago in May. So it's a really small sample size. It's a little bit hard to work with. I don't know that we can really draw out any meaningful conclusions from the sold prices that we've had in April or May. If we do look at the sales data for detached homes on the west side, sales were up. Average sale price was up 13%. That's significant, but again, I do believe that's just because the sample size is just too small. Okay, on the east side, down 5%. For condos, we saw in downtown, I believe the gap was 2%. It was up 2%. So not much of a change April and May there. In terms of the actual sale numbers from April to May, detached and condos, approximately 30 to 40% for Vancouver, downtown, east side, west side, about 30 to 40% more. Okay, and so those are some of the numbers for Vancouver. So we're going to leave it there for now. If you got any questions or comments, you can leave those down below. So we're going to see, but the basic point to take from this video is, at least for us realtors, and it's not just me, and you might be saying I might be a little bit busier than the average agent. I may be, I probably am. But when I do talk to my colleagues in the office, or I'm talking to other agents in other parts of the city, there does seem to be a lot more activity on their listings and with their buying clients. Something to be aware of, and we'll see how this unfolds over the next several months. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.